to try to gain access to the rear. And as soon as they do that, now they're out of sight, they got plenty of time. If the door is open, great. If it's not, you can still break something and try and get in. So you've got to secure these side gates. You've got to keep your garages closed. You've got to keep your doors locked, your windows secured, all those things. Okay? The next thing is related to burglary from motor vehicles. And you guys know the lock it, hide it, keep it. This one right here. Okay? If you guys cannot remember to take the stuff out of your car, take one of these flyers and put it in your car. So when you get in and out, you remember. The car should look like it is new. If you look at my car, it's empty. Okay? So those are the two things for today. Keep your stuff out of your car. Don't just hide it. Take it out, is what I say. And keep your houses locked up. If someone comes to your house when you're there, acknowledge them. Don't open the door. And if it doesn't feel right, it's probably not right. Call the police. Let us come and figure it out. Okay? Thank you.
I appreciate our captain coming up and speaking. First of all, if you have not met Captain Snell, I've been at Van Nuys since 1983, and I believe I've lost count after about 15 commanding officers, and Captain Paul Snell is right up at the top. Very good man, very supportive. Leadership, he allows us to stay within the box, but we are allowed to come up with some ingenuity along the way. Real quickly, Business Watch, since everything else has been discussed. Our Business Watch, we're outreaching, so if you have a business or your neighbors have a business and they'd like to connect with us, we are still having issues along Ventura, all the way from Coldwater, which is where my area begins, to the 405, just north and south. Generally folks coming to stop at and dine at the restaurants along the way. They are still leaving items, again, lock it, hide it, keep it, still leaving valuables in their cars and not taking a moment to put that into the trunk. If you grab one of our Business Watch group flyers at the very bottom, I've included all of our social networking. And I'm really pleased that people are actually logging on to our Facebook. And if you do, please go ahead and like us. And what's on there for you are all of the crime patrol maps that we see. Our statistics are there. Had somebody call us the other day, email me and say, wait, I'm really upset. I saw what appears to be a raid in Sherman Oaks. And it should get their attention, and it proves to be that people are actually going online and looking at what crime is happening in your area. It was not a serial rapist. I was able to respond to that and let the young lady know that this was an acquaintance type, which we call, it's called acquaintance type, but we were already doing an investigation on that. So not to be overly concerned, but she was aware now that there's something happening in her area. On Facebook, all of our information is there. It's a great site. I logged on myself from home to check it out and make sure things are up to date. A lot of good comments. A quick story to share with you regarding what Justin was talking about, protecting yourselves. As you know, we receive a lot of alarm calls. Your alarm goes off, maybe the dog shakes the curtain, for whatever reason it sets off the alarm. We respond, whether you have a permit or not, we're there. We try to get there as quickly as we can. However, if it's a standard alarm, a burglary alarm, and we have another call of higher importance, we're going to go there first. So it's always best to protect yourselves as best you can. A real quick story, I said, an alarm call came out way up in the hills. I'm in the area because that's my area. I'm trying to avoid getting tied up on other things so I can respond quickly. I was the first unit there, and when I walked up to the house, after clearing the front, I walked along the side gate. The first thing I found was the side gate had no lock on it. There was no latch or no lock. I was able to open the side gate, walk up 3 small flights of stairs to the back patio. And what do I find? A back door open with a screen closed. Not locked, but just closed. Inside the home, valuables everywhere. Outside on the patio was a computer and a bunch of other valuables actually. I had to request the other units because nobody was responding. We called the alarm company, nobody would come. Basically, we ended up locking the back door, walking through the house, making sure nobody was in there, and exiting through the front. And then I did contact the owners, let them know, and made some suggestions. So the side gate had to have been a lock there. Even if I were the bad guy, I would have been able to just walk right in. I'd have to climb over that gate, which would probably, hopefully, draw attention to me. And secondarily, if you get to the back of the house and the door's open, that's scary. Grandpa could have been up there sleeping. Anyone could have been taking a nap or taking a shower, and the door was open. It was just an empty house full of valuables. So they learned a very valuable lesson without actually losing property. I'd also like to invite you, last but not least, our senior lead officers have a senior lead summit every year, and the date for this year is May the 8th. It's going to be at the Van Nuys Community Station, our community room at 6240 240 Silmar. It's from 6:30 to 8, and I have the information up there at the table. And I thank you very, very much for inviting us. Matt, Jules, again.
How much did you get for those valuables when you walked in?
A big thank you.
All right. Does anybody here once a month, sometimes twice a month if we're lucky, does anyone here get the Sherman Oaks, Studio City, Encino news delivered to your home? You do? Okay. If you don't, and you live in Sherman Oaks or Studio City or Encino, Marcy, stand up. That's Marcy. She's the publisher. She's the editor, and she's the bottle washer. She runs the thing. So she's terrific, and we're glad that we have a nice community paper in our community. So that's Marcy. Are you standing up? She's so short. All right, thank you. Wasn't a pitch. Okay. Next, we're going to have a couple reports from some of our board members, Bob Anderson, Marshall Elke. You guys want to come up here? And
hi everybody, I'm Bob Anderson. I've got two things, one on helicopter noise and a second on the I-405. Did anybody else hear the pile driving on the I-405 today at Sepulveda and the overpass? Well, they have started, because I was taking my walk around the block, I live near there, and they're starting to drive piles. I got contacted by the I-405 people today, by Caltrans, and the work is going to start early, just about the beginning of May. It's going to last 1 year. They're going to be blocking lanes on Sepulveda. They're going to be blocking the left turn capability on Fume. And it's going to be kind of a mess. If you want to know more about it, they put flyers in everybody in Sherman Oaks mailboxes or near your doors today. And if you got one of these, read it. You'll learn what's going to happen, especially if you live near the 405. And next week, a week from Thursday, that is Thursday, April 26th, at the Skirball Museum from 6 to 8, Caltrans is presenting what they're going to be doing to the 405 in Sherman Oaks. So if you're near the intersection where the 405 goes over Sepulveda, you may want to go and hear what they're going to be doing to our neighborhood for the next year. It's a lot, and it's going to be kind of messy. The other thing is, I know a lot of you are bothered by helicopter noise. I was talking to a few people. I was talking to Anna Connor today, who we work closely with. There was a big accident on the 405 yesterday near Burbank, and there were helicopters in the air for 6 hours. Congressman Berman is working with the FAA to try to get a short-term study done on helicopter noise in the San Fernando Valley. And we're working closely with him. I got a report from his aide, Daniel, Monday. They're not sure when the public meeting will be, but hopefully early this summer. And that'll give a chance for anybody who's bothered by helicopter noise to go and speak and state your problem. Let me tell you what our problem is. Richard Close and I attended a meeting with Congressman Berman. They flew 12 people out from Washington, D.C. to hear our complaint, and only 4 people showed up from the valley to say anything. It doesn't look very good. So when this next meeting comes, we want to really get a turnout and get 50 or 100 people there so the Federal Aviation Administration hears that it's really a problem in the San Fernando Valley. We will keep you posted in the newsletter. If you want to contact me, I'll put your name on a mailing list so you'll know when that meeting is going to occur. Thank you.
okay. Also, is the gentleman, the Sherman Oaks patch, is the new gentleman from the Sherman Oaks patch here? You want to come up here? Most of you guys know, most of you guys get the Sherman Oaks patch, which is a daily update online. It's a division of AOL, it's in every community. And Doug Kriegel was our guy, and he's no longer. He's still with us, but he's not with the patch. So actually, I just want you to come up here after we give our, actually, what is your name?
Bradley. Bradley Watson.
Bradley. Okay. This is Bradley. So if you guys have any newsworthy stories, you're going to be here for the whole night, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he'll have he'll give you this card and get you his contact information so we can get information on the patch quickly. I mean, Doug was great. If something was happening, we could shoot him an email or shoot him a phone call, and really quickly it would be online for the community to know about. So, thank you, Bradley.
Thank you.
Elkie?
Yes, and he published my announcement on this meeting within hours, so I think he deserves a round of applause. Welcome, Brandon. I just wanted to also make sure you're all members of the association. You know, it just costs $30 a year, and the more the merrier. The more we are part of this group, the more power we all have together. And you get your newsletter, and you'll get the emails. If you have any concerns, any responses, email us. Or we also have a flyer there. If you don't do email, you can write us. And you know, we're here for you. We're all together. We're trying to keep this community healthy and safe and livable. And I wanted to also bring to your attention, the city is now working on banning single-use shopping bags. That might come to City Council this week. Just in time for Earth Day, and I wanted to remind you that next Sunday is Earth Day, and I want to encourage all of you to do just a little extra. You drive a little, yes, remember your grocery bag. If you want to do something, treat people as wonderful events. On May 5th, they have a city fair where we can all learn how to do sustainable gardening, and it's a lot of fun and food, and bring the family. And also the Sierra Club is really a worthy organization. So remember, it's our earth, and think of it to save it for your children and grandchildren, and do a little something. Thank you.
Hold on though, Elkie. Well,
Earth Day is the 22nd.
yeah, I know Earth Day is the 22nd, but I believe, hold on, Jules, aren't we? Isn't there a Sherman Oaks event on the Saturday? Big Saturday? Is that this one? No? Good. Jules, where's Jules? Do we have a community cleanup in a couple weeks? When is it? It's the Saturday before Big Sunday? Okay, it's the 28th, right, Jules? Okay, Jules will come up and talk to us about it in a second. You already did? Oh, never mind. Marshall's going to give a community development issue as far as what's going on in the community. I'm going to leave the room for a minute because I'm planning commissioner for the city and I can't have any advanced information. So please ask for me or get me when you're done.
Right.